That's so cool.
You are now reacting to the girl group Artemis and their pre-release song, Birth, the first pre-release track off of their upcoming debut album. Artemis consists of 5 members who are part of, okay, so this breakdown is for people who don't know. This video is brought to you by you, our YouTube members and supporters on Patreon. Patreon and YouTube memberships are how viewers like you can support us and also gain access to exclusive content, like extra reactions to both old and new K-pop songs, early access to every React to the K video, and a weekly podcast. Of course, we've got that third chorus vocal change where Hustle sings the entire melody full chest voice. So instead of like the floaty head voice that we've been having. Oh, it's just like this explosive because it ascends more. If you want to become a patron or YouTube member to help our channel grow and to access over 1,000 exclusive videos, check out the description of this video for how to join. Thank you to all of you who already support us. We really couldn't do this without you. And now, back to the video. Artemis consists of 5 members who used to be part of the 12-member girl group Luna.
Oh, I know Luna.
Yes, so now the Luna members are just under different labels.
Wait a minute. So, Lucemble has 5 members, Odd Circle has 3 members, Artemis has 5 members. That's 13 people. Someone's in the 2 groups.
You're forgetting about Eve and Chu.
Wait, that's even crazier.
And Odd Eye Circle is in Artemis.
Oh, okay. No.
Shall I tell you about Birth?
Yes, please talk about Birth.
This song and its accompanying music video. This song and its accompanying
Luna?
music, yes, and its accompanying music video shows the birth of this new group, portraying them as beings that fell from the stars and highlights their complex relationship with a godlike being who fans believe to either be the goddess of the moon, Luna, or Artemis. Other fans theorize that the 5 Artemis members represent the 5 golden horned deers of Artemis. The song is composed by Hymax, and the lyrics are written by Jaden Jung and Artemis member Jinsol.
Jinsol!
More lore, but it's like different.
Okay. This is so artsy, what?
Whoa.
I already wrote it, and I like it. It's very cool.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Great vocal sound.
Just briefly.
Hey.
I like the contrast of just like the really aggressive swells and then this very delicate texture.
I love those glissandos with the tremolo. Ooh.
All these sound effects.
Oh, that was sick. What?
I like that they're bringing in like the electronics now that it's darker.
Wow, what is going on? Ow.
Whoa.
It's an extended violin technique.
Wow. I like the voice layering with like the whispering and spoken. It's really eerie. Oh, that's so cool.
I would have never expected this beat.
Yeah. This is sick.
This is crazy. This feels through composed.
This like really legato and like open like melody line over like a really fast and exciting drum groove. It feels so like tense and uncomfortable.
A crazy switch up. It really worked though.
Babies. That's them falling from the sky into a witch's house. Oh, and they grew!
That's a skeleton in the ground. I just realized she was there before.
Everything is yours.
Ooh.
That's scary.
But it's changed. There's...
Yeah, like this is the chorus, but just lots of new production.
Oh, now it's what?
And then like the acoustic to, dude, the like contrast between this and like everything else, it's like so palpable.
Please give me more Nightcore, that'd be so cool.
Please don't end there.
That was so good. Can we watch it again?
Is this over? Why would it end on that? Wait, what did it just end on?
It's on like a big 5.
So it ended us on a half cadence.
I kind of like it. Oh, I wish there's more. That's the birth right there.
I think it's great because this is touching on some pretty alternative genres.
Artemis is for the girls and gays. I'm sold. Oh my gosh, like even their like costuming and their name is Artemis. Come on,
Yeah.
Artemis.
Yeah, it's for the girlies.
And just there's so much witchy shit in this. I love it. And oh god, it's just it's so very, very cool.
What was so captivating about that beginning piano part?
Just beautiful. Real big intervals.
Yeah, big intervals. That's why. And then
that's cool because they started with a simple like bum 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 bum, and then they like keep.
And then I like the C, like the on the melody over this. Like that's very, I don't know, very sad and melancholy. And then with this, like, oh man.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, that little C sharp to add the little tritone against the tonic is a nice, just like very
Tremolo.
slightly ominous thing. And then of course there's the string glissandi down.
It's like scary.
What a great arrangement of this song.
I like the little just like bits of sort
White
of bit
noise.
crushed sound coming in just like very softly, not enough to disrupt the texture, but that little sense of like something's going on. even
Yeah,
without-
and then we have the string part that goes, and then it brings in the piano at that moment, which is really pretty.
Yeah, there's a lot of like harmonics that they're using that are like way up there. So if you were to take a violin and like put your finger right up to like the edge of the fingerboard and then just kind of like bow like really lightly. So like you don't press down on the string, you just put your finger on it lightly. So that'll make like it like those
That was strangely accurate.
Yeah, thank you. Those like very harmonic sounds that are not like exactly good tone, what we would usually use in classical music. So these are a lot of tropes that you hear in like horror movies.
That's why you get all these like eerie kind of signals.
Yeah, because we're so used to string instruments creating
Audio-wise.
like good tone. So like this is like so eerie to us because it's like just a really different way to make sound on that type of instrument.
There's just so many good sounds in there.
The synth, the little gliss kind of strings that happen at the beginning.
Yeah, there's like a little cello-y sound at the beginning too.
Also, because it's kind of like offbeat with like the rest of like the beat itself. It's like wow, 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 wow. It's crazy. I like this one. I'm giving it a like.
Definitely a unique vocal vibe as well, because I don't think they didn't have any single belting moment. It was all in soft in their head voice, or even when they had those darker sections, they were singing down here, but it wasn't like they were projecting. They were never projecting. It was still like very restrained, and that added to the overall suspense of the song.
Just when she was singing so softly and legato and like a floated head voice while there's just underneath. Very cool contrast. I have no idea what's going on and I love it.
They're kind of floating on top of everything, and they're laying back on a lot of the phrases.
There's quite a bit of rubato in the vocal delivery.
Right, and I think that's the coolest thing, and it's the best delivery of it. Gosh, if they did it like, it would have really taken away from like that experience, but because they laid back so hard on everything, it felt so natural and unsettling at the same time.
And then right back to that melody that we heard where the Nightcore stuff was happening. So when we hear it with just the acoustic guitar, in my brain, hearing this for the first time was, I still have like a bit of a fluttering energy because I expect to hear, but I'm hearing just this guitar. So I have like, that created for me like an uneasy feeling. Even though I'm listening to just guitar and piano. And then when it did that, and then into silence, I expected a beat drop. And then when there was nothing, the silence was deafening.
It's the space that makes everything like more interesting.
Yeah, I guess also the silence is a bit like, hey.
Yeah, the
listen.
silence.
And like you're on the edge of your chair and you're like, what's gonna happen next?
Exactly. It's when, like when the teacher is shouting at the students, no one listens, but when the teacher is quiet, and then everyone's just like, oh my god, what's going on?
This part's crazy.
This part's sick.
I mean, what vibes? Like, that's crazy. Like, literally, I feel like the world is ending, and like, we're just, it's like I'm the last human alive. Like, I feel like it feels like almost like movie music. You know, like takes the sick parts about movie music and the like captivating parts of like pop music, and like it makes it something like totally original. I don't think this sounds like anything else I've ever heard.
I thought it was too random for me. It was just like stuff was just jumping out of nowhere towards me, which I think if you're into that and it's cool and you think it's cool, then yeah, they did a good job at that. But I personally did not like that very much. It just felt like it wasn't very cohesive for me. I was lost most of the time trying to figure out what I'm listening to. But I guess this is like a specific subgenre of K-pop that I haven't listened to at all, actually. So yeah, it was just a really weird experience for me.
I think I've once said this during our Patreon podcast. Like, I've mentioned the genre, the dark wave genre, also known as neoclassical dark wave, but that's like a subgenre of the dark wave big genre. But this song is very much a dark wave song. Very cool.
What elements make up dark wave?
It's just a very gloomy atmosphere. A lot of stops and starts, like the use of silence.
But it's in time, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I
Some of
like.
the more acoustic elements definitely make it, you know, what K-pop is good at, which is combining other influences. But I think there's this big dark wave hit, and the beat sounds like Aphex Twin.
That's like one of the coolest K-pop songs I've heard. Yeah. I feel like it might be a little hard to listen to, like without the visuals and everything, just because you're like, what's going on? But I think that's part of its appeal.
It feels like a lot of it's like, swell, 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 swell. We're not going to give you the satisfaction of a beat. Swell, 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 swell.
Yeah,
Bet you didn't see that coming. Sometimes you rely on a beat and then you add to it versus just taking it away and then doing a different beat. So that's what I was kind of craving, like layering on to one singular beat, where this is just like, here's a different beat, here's a different beat, here's a different beat, here's a different beat.
Like, we're here, I'm expecting it to go here, it goes here. I'm still trying to catch up with this, and then it just goes here. And it's just like, what am I listening to?
Like, that's how the song works. It has tension. Like,
the tension between like, hey, we're gonna really clearly lay out this rhythm, but then we're gonna use every other element in the song to make you feel like, where am I right now?
I think it's really good that the beginning does have those weirdly aggressive at the moment swells to like give you a hint that something's more is coming, because like it's well produced at the beginning, but I feel like it could sound like, okay, it's just going to be kind of a soft, gentle voice and piano song. Having those is like, oh, where's that going? It's like the balance with like something like DDLC of like how do you hint that there's something else coming without just giving it away right away. And I feel like this did a really good job like foreshadowing the future darker, heavier parts without just saying up front like, here's what it's going to sound like, now we're gonna back off, but we've already shown you the destination.
This is so creative. It's so wonderful. I love this.
I really want to know the artist.
The artist is MAREYKRAP on Instagram.
I'm looking at her other art, and she definitely has a certain style, but she curated a unique style for them and their piece, and so I really like that.
What did they birth?
Craziness. I mean, that was sick. This requires people to actively listen, you know, and the music demands that the person's actively listening, you know. So this is great, and I hope this blows up so everyone can hear this.
Well, we're going to be comparing it to their second pre-release
Wait, I wanna
song.
I do wanna add that one before.
Yes! So this second pre-release track, Flower Rhythm, is actually based on 2 songs that Heejin released as a soloist. It combines her intro song called Kehwa, which signifies a blooming flower, and the actual rhythm from her debut solo song, Algorithm.
That's so opposite of what we just listened to.
And we're comparing the two?
What?
And we're comparing the two. This song is composed by Artronic Waves and Yun.
3, 2, 1, go.
I like it.
Oh.
I like it too.
I like the mallet.
It's giving performance art.
Whoa.
Panning.
I was not expecting compound meter.
What?
Just a completely new vibe. They said you thought
The miraculous
Violin
violin
at the end of the Four Seasons.
I was about to say.
Ooh!
This is insane.
Whoa!
what is going on?
Ooh. There's so much like popping.
What? This is a nasty C sharp.
I like that melody. It's fire.
Oh, there it is.
Crazy. Oh my gosh, that bass motion's just sick. Ooh.
Oh, that was Algorithm!
Oh.
Na, 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 na.
Cherry's hair.
Clear vocals.
Oh my god.
That piano line in the back reminds me of Philip Glass because it's just like, it's like one solid piano line that's just always in the background while all the texture around it is kind of like morphing and changing.
There's also this like muted string instrument that's matching the piano arpeggio. So it sounds like the piano's being plucked almost.
I like the high voice on top of the actual voice. They do a lot of layering.
Whoa.
Oh!
Wow.
Do it again.
No, it's always.
Whoa,
it's
what
always
is that beat that came in? That was unexpected too.
Wow.
I like the little vocal chop there so it wasn't just the kick build up.
This is so trippy. It's like very like, it's the same unsettling feeling, but with like a very different approach to what unsettling feels like.
Yeah.
That C sharp gets me every time.
Every single time.
It's like triplets as a playoff.
Oh, it's just really...
It's just chord note triplets. It comes out of nowhere though.
Fire.
Wow.
Awesome.
Love it.
Wow. Very interesting.
So just so much.
So much!
So much.
So much is going on.
I love that kind of mouthy kind of intro. Like just the layers and layers of percussion. Kind of reminded me of some like Steve Reich kind of minimalist kind of thing. I love the ending. I love the kind of like just taking all those little blips and vocal samples and just kind of delaying them kind of on top of each other over and over again. It's a really cool way to just like have a song fizzle out. I love the drums. I love the little water droplets in your ear.
loves all of it.
Wow.
Little water droplets
I love
in the
it
pre-chorus.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fire.
It's just absolutely wild having like the snares are consistently like way in the left and like
Instead of usually.
yeah, normally like standard mixing, like you want some things panned, but like normally you put the kick in the middle, you put the snare either in the middle or very slightly off the middle, and like having a hard pan snare is just like I can't think of something else off the top of my head that has a hard pan snare.
And then Isaiah, what were moments of the track?
Tambourine.
Again? Well, the last time we talked about it was in Loose Temple.
It's right here. I don't know how they're playing it. Maybe like this.
Like that.
How, you can play tambourine different ways?
Yeah.
If you want to be faster or slower.
Tambourine is like this. There's jingles on the end.
Yeah.
You hit it right here with your hand. If you tilt the tambourine like this, all of the jingles will fall this way. It'll make like a ch-ch-ch-ch. So if you go like this.
And you can get a little bit faster that way because this is an easier motion than like this.
So I don't know how they're playing it. Sorry, that was a tambourine. No.
That's so fun. Fun facts. And Aiden, you said you liked the melody at one point?
That's what it does. It's lit. It's like starts with a big jump, which is kind of cool. Starts with more of an arpeggio kind of deal, I guess, and then it moves down. And it sounds good coming from that chord, like coming off of that chord too, I feel like. Like from the D flat minor, which sounds kind of jarring compared to just like, it's a little random chord in there to this. With a pretty melody.
And then what are you, the chords? The chords are awesome.
Oh man, it's so crazy.
Why is it so crazy?
Because the rest of the song is still in E minor, and that's nothing even close to E minor. It's C sharp minor. There are extra notes that don't seem like they belong.
Which is very cool in terms of like color. And then you resolve to normal 6. But like every time when this chord happens, they didn't like try to avoid using the clash in here. That didn't sound good.
The dissonance happened, your ears were,
Yeah.
I hear that. Also for me, I'm like, I enjoy when there is that like parallel, like I love the like Glassbury. I know, like I like the sound, and I don't mind. I don't mind. Like I like that sound personally, you know, because like I've heard it in like classical music for sure. Like I hear this a lot in like Stravinsky, like where there's like so much parallel motion. He'll just like and parallel motions when you take the chord and you just shift it.
True.
And the melody is always just like a folk melody or something like that. Like Bartók does this too, where like he'll write like a folk melody, and then there's all these shifting things happening under, and they don't this like one note that changes in the chord, and there's one note that's wrong in the melody, but that one note, it like totally recontextualizes the entire melody and the entire like melodic cell of like notes. Yeah, so I think it works. I kind of enjoy that. But that's also just the style, the kind of stuff I'd check out, so I'm extra prone to liking it.
You know what the stabby synths remind me of? I don't know if you've ever played Sonic Riders Zero Gravity, but it's like the Sonic Riders Zero Gravity like menu, just it's like, ooh, I'm selecting something on a racing futuristic racing
high
game.
Energy menu selection. Ooh, who am I gonna be?
Like that was not clearly C major. That was like, there was still some overtones of C sharp.
I can't really give it. It's just shifting. It kind of reminds me of like. It just reminds me of like house music or like UK garage kind of music, where it's just kind of like a lot of synths and stuff and like that kind of come with chords. When you press like one note, you'll get an entire chord.
Have you ever seen like one of those microtonal keyboards?
Oh, that's so trippy.
Whoa!
R.I.P. perfect pitch, people. That's what this is giving me sometimes.
That's if the Breath of the Wild soundtrack and Jacob Collier had a baby.
The whole song, and same for the last song, has this like sense of emptiness because it's sort of, the rhythm is both interrupting itself in the subdivisions and almost dragging a little bit in the downbeats, just the way that they're doing the stuttery interruption, sort of, layering and everything. And so there's this sense of like something not lining up or something missing in a way. And they like distract you with it, with all these like spicy chords and and then the ending just is that feeling and like nothing. It's just like, what's happening.
To me, this track feels a little interlude-y.
Well, maybe because so much of the instrumental is taken from Heejin's solo album intro track Keihwa.
Yeah.
So they either wrote this and then made the intro track, or maybe made the intro track and then made it into this.
Oh, it's like when the Luna came together, they did the intro track that was like a combination of the intro tracks of the subunits. Yeah. Honestly, this is like delivering on the Luna concept in new ways and in new genres, and it's kind of mind-boggling.
Now, do you like birth or flower rhythm better? Birth or flower rhythm?
Birth.
That was quick.
Birth is so out, dude. I like when music is out, especially pop music, because not very much pop music is out.
Birth. Totally depends on my vibe, because flower rhythm, like if I'm just like, if I would never play birth at a party.
Oh,
but I'd play flower rhythm.
I like dark music.
Me too, but like, yeah, I think it just depends on vibe. Yeah, you know.
That's a hard choice.
It's a hard choice.
Flower rhythm.
I like birth.
I think it was a little more comfortable for me to listen to. I think there were more things that I was able to latch onto. I think there was a little bit of things jumping out at you in this one as well. Like it wasn't completely stale the whole time.
Yeah, I think that's exactly why I'm digging flower rhythm a little bit more, just because there's more of a consistent groove, but there's also stuff that like fucks with my mind. Whereas like the birth experience is like complete fuck of mind. It's like complete like whoa, whereas this is like grooving while going whoa.
Sonically, flower rhythm it's fuller of stuff.
It is fuller. But they're both very experimental, exploratory.
I think both of them
I think
really
part
cool.
of what makes me say birth is that it's the first one I heard, and also the music video.
The music video is also what made it
the music
for me.
video like has no business going that hard. Like actually, like hold on, like
I was like, oh my god, women! This is so women coded. I don't know how to describe.
Yeah, right. This is woman coded. That's the thing. Like, there's the girlhood, like the cute stuff, and like the like doing each other's hair and stuff, and then like birth, like that, like weird, like that's also girlhood. Like, there's something about it.
Birth is something else.
Oh yeah. The textures are just so outstanding in birth. Even like the soft piano stuff and the vocals that are a little bit rhythmically fluid, and then just like the abrupt weight of I Can Gather Ex-Boyfriend's bit. Both of these sound like really fresh, but like this one is a little closer to like, okay, this does kind of sound like other Odd Eye Circle, especially side of Luna, where like Birth's like, this is, no one has been doing songs like this.
If I was, oh man, that's such a weird analogy. That's such a weird analogy. If I was at, I don't know, my school's biggest, performance kind of hall in the dark, and I was like, I need to listen to something and just like be in this space, I would listen to the first one.
Yeah, I agree.
But if I was like on like, I don't know, if I was on a plane, or if like
if you were like driving in a car,
yeah, then
I'd
listen to this one.
Trying to listen to a banger, this one.
It's so cool. I just want to say, I always appreciate how Luna will like trailblaze their own way, sonically and also in terms of their lore and aesthetic and everything. I feel like they're always doing something unique, and they're not just trying to make like another popular hit song, another popular like thing that will go viral on TikTok. Like, I really appreciate their individuality as artists. Always, since the beginning.
Sounds amazing. I love this one. The beat is it chugs along at a very nice pace. And I like that. I think in the last chorus, it really blossoms.
Do you guys want to explain the lyrics that they had referencing the 4 seasons?